Hey, Cmax here. We're going to do the side-by-side comparison of the Sig Sauer P250 full-size 9mm with the Sig Sauer P320 9mm full-size model. Without a doubt, public knowledge, they do take the same magazine. They look the same, they weigh the same, the dimensions are the same according to the information on the Sig Sauer website. The only difference that I can see is printed on the frame. On the frame of the P250 it says P250. On the frame of the P320 it says full medium. Now what that means is the full-size gun with the medium grips. Now it's a modular pistols, both of them, and you can get large, medium, small grips. You got the full, the compact, the sub-compact, barrel lengths and such, and they're all interchangeable except for some sizing differences between full size and compact. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut away for a second. I'm going to tear them down so we can look at the internal parts. Be right back. Okay, Cmax here, doing the comparison between the Sig Sauer P250 full-size 9mm and the Sig Sauer P320 9mm full-size. As you can see, they look very, very similar. You can see different spring, difference in the slide. Slight difference in the firing mechanism. You see the hammer here for the double action only, P250, and here you see the striker fired assembly. You see the difference here as well. Here's where she hits the back of the firing pin. This is the striker assembly. Frames are identical. Went to the Sig Sauer website, and the weight of the two guns is exactly the same. Odd, but exactly the same. Dimensions, same. All the physical numbers are virtually exactly the same. I didn't see any variance. What did surprise me is I went to look for individual parts so I could compare part numbers, but there was not much of a parts list, so I really can't compare any numbers. But what I did see was inside the frames. Now this is the one for the 320 and it says full medium. This is the one for the P250 and it says P250. Read manual before use. Now I've got the wrap on this one, but they are exactly the same. In fact, this one has a number of 038 030220 is a mold number, and this one 38030 So same number inside, same frame. The only difference would be the printing there on the right side of the frame. The pins, the takedown pins here, they look virtually the same, as you can see here. Let's get it. But the only real difference, the way you'll be able to tell, is the P320 has a cut in it right there. This one is completely round. So for me that's easy because I don't have to get them mixed up. But that slight cut right there is the only difference. I suspect that the barrels are the same. Now the frames are the same. The mechanisms, the 320 will fit in this frame. The 250 will fit in this frame. But I do need to check the barrels. So let's just take the barrels out real quick. Well, here are the barrels. Now I'll have to get the calipers out, but they appear to be exactly the same. I know that's the 320 because I polished the ramp on it. And what I meant by that, the feed ramp right there, you see how it's shiny? This one's dull. I just polished it up for smooth action, plus I've shot this one a lot more than I have the 250. Sig 9mm para on the side. Sig. It is some different stamping though. This one's cut in more and this one's stamped. Sig's on the top here, it's on the bottom here. So it looks like same thing, maybe made in a different plant. I don't know, or a different machine anyway. So the magazines are the same, the frames are the same, the barrels are the same. Pretty neat. I bought the 250 first. I always wanted some Sigs, never thought, you know, really could afford it, they were worth the money. But now I have several and I was wrong. They're top tier guns without a doubt. I do have one Glock and an M&P 40, so that's my experience with the striker fire, but I can tell you the 320, and I do have a video on that, is awesome. Well, I'm going to put these back together. One thing I was telling a friend of mine at work who has a 250 is training. If you can dry fire the 250, when you pick up the 320, you're going to be Annie Oakley with it. So there again, that's something that you could do. So if you've already got the 250, guys, look at 320. You've got versatility, extra parts between the two guns. And then I was like, well, what am I going to do with the 250 now that I've got the 320? Well, besides the fact I don't really like to get rid of guns, for the house, I mean, there's no safety, external safeties, anything. You can have 17 in the mag and 1 in the pipe, 18 rounds. You know, she can grab it, and that's a heck of a lot of firepower. So that I decided that's going to be a strategically positioned home defense weapon. So I'm glad I kept them. I always am. But that's the difference of them. I'm going to give these all a good cleaning before I put them all back together. But if you haven't seen my 320 video, check it out. Shoot review, tear down on it, some comments I have, and some dry fire advice. And actually, as far as dry firing go, the P250 is even easier to use, because you put the snap cap in the chamber and you just keep pulling the double action. Just watch that front sight, put it on something, don't let it move. Initiate the trigger, do not let that front sight move. Once you can do that, you pick up the striker fired, wow, you're way ahead of the game. Alright, well, I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe and like. Check out my other videos. Please leave any comments and give me any suggestions. Have a great day.